pros and cons of calisthenics. What pros are there to calisthenics, and what cons do you think there are? And what the cons that you think there are, how would you fix them?
Pros to calisthenics are the accessibility factor. I love that. I can do them anywhere,
Hmm.
even if I don't do them weighted, fine. I can still at least get in a workout. Also, like I said, just working basics is great for strength, for developing your endurance, and also your mobility.
Yeah.
So it's working many different domains of fitness in
Yep.
just one training modality. I could go on and on. There's the aesthetics. If you
Yeah.
really train, if you train a lot with calisthenics, you can get a pretty sweet lean physique. One of the biggest cons, I would say, with calisthenics though, is the lower body. And you touched on this before.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a lot of denial on that topic. Whenever
Hmm.
I touch on it on my channel, people chime in and say, you're doing it wrong, blah, blah, blah. I've gone high rep with pistols. I've tried. I'm actually waiting on I'm going to get a new base bench from Base Blocks because I want to train Nordic curls because I'm just trying
Hmm.
to find where's that sweet spot with leg training with calisthenics. But honestly, I have personally found that that's a weakness. It's a weak point. You can do plyometrics, you can go high volume, but now your workouts are going to get longer.
Hmm.
I personally just like adding weight to exercises for my lower body.
Yep.
Traditional, squats and deadlifts. Oh gosh, deadlift is one of my favorite exercises. And I have some dumbbells and I'll pick them up now and then and train deadlifts. It feels so good. It feels so good to lift heavy weight like that. Just pick it up.
Yeah.
And, I do good mornings though. That to me is
Yeah.
like a good substitute for
Yeah.
calisthenics. Another con to calisthenics is when a client tells me that they want to develop their physique, they want to get big. I'm honest with them. I say, that's what, dumbbells and benches and barbells are best for. Honest. I'm just being honest. Don't get me wrong. I think the calisthenics physique that you can get, especially if you do weighted calisthenics, is still great. It's just not, I think if you want to use the best tool for the job and you're going for that bodybuilder physique, training like a bodybuilder in a traditional gym sense is probably the best thing. So that
Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah.
I would say that's a con. I mean, depending on their goals. If someone's goal is to look like a bodybuilder, calisthenics might not be your best tool.
Yeah, because I think you may need to hit the body from multiple different angles. You
Yeah.
may need to use lighter weights or have more variety when it comes to using different intensities to hit certain muscles from different angles. And you don't have that ability with calisthenics. It's not as easy to do.
You don't have the ability to isolate like you do at the
Yeah,
gym.
precisely.
I haven't done a preacher curl in over probably 12 or 15 years, but if I was going to bodybuild again, I would want some way to do preacher curls and some way to really isolate those smaller muscle groups like biceps, triceps, deltoids, calves. Well, I can do calf raises anytime, but
Yeah.
yeah, stuff like that. There's ways that there's a time and a place for isolating.
Yeah, definitely. And like I say, I agree with you with that. And I definitely the lower body. And I've had a similar response, whether it's on my channel, whether it's talking to people on Reddit. They do not like you insulting calisthenics, but being honest is the best thing is that you can work your legs. You can build pretty good looking legs, pretty strong legs with calisthenics. But if you want to maximize your potential for strength and size, you're going to have to use weights. Basically. And there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, if you've got access to a gym and you're going to a gym anyway, then some squats, some deadlifts, some trap bar, whatever it is, leg press if you want to use machines, but it has the capability of building your legs up. And I think this is why it's so important. What I brought up earlier is being open to it, because if you want to maximize, we've all got different goals. We've all got different things that we want to work with. There's also some of us have certain muscle groups that don't grow as well as other areas.
Mm-hmm.
And it might need a little bit of extra work. Like I've always found chin-ups is got my arms to grow as much as I want them to, but there are going to be some people that the bicep might be a lagging area for them, and having that option to be able to do some direct work might be better for them. I know you can do the ring ones where you're like leaning away and you can do the body weight bicep curls. I know you can do them, but it's far easier to grab a set of dumbbells and go from 10, 12, 14, 15 up to 20 kilos and have those increments there so you can really find the area that works for you than maybe doing a body weight one. I can't do body weight ones. Anyone my pull-up bar will tip over. So, but having that option is valuable, I think.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that because I think some of those calisthenics like bicep curls and stuff like you mentioned on the rings, they're hacks, right? They're not like a true isolation exercise because you're still having to support your body center of gravity through the movement. You're engaging your entire body. So it's
Yep.
just not quite the same.
Yeah, so that the part of the benefit of calisthenics, it's very easy
That
to
it,
utilize
yeah,
your whole body,
that's a
but when
perk.
you want to isolate, it can be a bit of a
Yeah,
negative.
it's a
But
negative. Yeah.
yeah.